All right, let's get going.
You're the host of Canada's longest running daytime show for women. Do you ever have pinch me moments?
I have pinch me moments, if not every day, and I'm not even lying here. I'm being totally serious with you. I still remember the days. Come on in.
Morning.
Oh, hi. Are you doing PT?
I am doing PT.
How dare you?
I know.
Listen, I have pinch me moments all the time. I still remember being outside with a camera by myself as a videographer, having to drive around the city, going through my pearlies, trying to figure out where I was going, shooting the viz, coming back and cutting tape. I love this gig. I come in, you're gonna see I get to pick my wardrobe, I get to get hair and makeup done. Have a good one, Renee. And the vibe is good, so it's a good gig. And I say this all the time, like, don't fire me, I have a mortgage. All right, I'm gonna go drop this stuff off. I will see you downstairs in the makeup room. Now, do you guys have another question for me?
We do actually. You've said before that you are authentically you on Cityline. What does showing up authentically look like for Tracy Moore?
Friends of mine from kindergarten and grade 1 would say, okay, that's definitely a version of Tracy that we know, because, you know, on television you have to be sort of bigger and bolder than you are in real life. But I guess what I mean by showing up authentically is that 14 years ago when I started on the show, I did not know how to be on this show. I didn't know the experts on the show. I didn't know the format of the show. I didn't understand the audience of the show. And so it was really by trial and error that I learned to show up as myself. To now talking about things like race and gender on this show. These conversations were not happening when I first started. And knowing I'm in a space that is open to conversations about like misogynoir or indigenous rights, land back, like all of these issues, issues about immigrant women trying to make it in this country. The fact that we're talking about all of those sorts of issues allows me to show up more as myself now than ever before.
And since we're in the makeup room, were there any ways you had to change aesthetically, your makeup, your hair, your style?
It really messes with your head, I think, being on TV body image wise. And I think that's definitely beyond race. I've gone through, I don't know, I've been everything from a size 4 to a 14 on this show and really battled with how I can be me in this space and not be critiqued and judged for it. Still don't have the answer to that one. Hair, ooh, that was a journey. I came in here with twist extensions because I was trying to find a professional look as a Black woman for television. I felt it was professional. My bosses at the time, who are no longer here, did not. I don't know, I felt like it was a big cheat on who I really am, but I was willing to do that for this job. So here we are 14 years later. I don't have to change my hair anymore, but now I'm just lazy.
I will say there's a lack of education though in the makeup industry of doing different skin tones.
I actually was gonna go to school for makeup, but I did, but I left the program because the teacher didn't understand my skin. And all the colors were wrong, so I just dropped the course.
I think that every time you post your makeup-free face, people want to talk about your freckles.
When I was little, I didn't have freckles, so this is why they call them age spots. I think it was maybe in my 20s when they were really, really sort of apparent, and I had an issue with them because you don't really see freckles being honored you do now. Now there's even a freckle filter. I have gone through the trying to cover the freckles to now, you know, Chloe's always like, oh, I want to leave your freckles. And I'm like, yeah, leave the freckles. Yeah, we leave them so that you can see most of the freckles.
Okay, we're gonna meet you in the dressing room, but we're headed to get some coffee. Do you want anything?
I would love a tea. I promise you, I'm not a diva. Maybe I will. Come on in. Oh, thank you. You can come in anytime you bring me my tea or my coffee. This is it. This is the wardrobe room. Actually, I'm going to get your help. What do I do? Do I go with like a little bit of chevron or do I go with the lime green?
I think we go for the lime green moment.
I agree.
Let's talk about some of your mentors coming up in media. anyone you want to give a shout out to? Who helped you?
Ben Shin, who was an anchor at CBC when I was a reporter, brought me over to my next job, which was a reporter at Toronto One, and helped advocate for me to become a backup anchor. Gordon Martineau, when I finally got to City TV, helped me out because I would be reading and I would get nervous and I would run out of air. And I said to him, I was like, I don't know what to do. Can you watch my tape with me? And he said, absolutely. He sat down with me, he watched tape with me, and he said, you know what, Tracy? When you run out of air, stop and breathe. That was his advice. And it was brilliant because there's still days from time to time, I get this weird anxiety that comes out of nowhere. And I remember what Gord said, breathe. If you need to breathe and swallow and stop, do it. You're human, you're not a robot. Other than that, it hasn't been till really recently that I've seen sort of more professional women who are high in the industry reaching back to help out a little bit and give me advice. And there's way more of a woman community now. It was non-existent when I was starting in this industry. I make sure I say to every single intern that comes through Cityline too, because I had horrific internships, come and tell me if you want to talk to me. Take 10 minutes, say I'm free on Thursday. Are you free on Thursday at 2 p.m.? Can we talk? Ask me questions about the industry. Ask me about who that weird person is in the corner. Ask me whatever you want. Ask me where the washrooms are. I will be that person for you. And I'm trying to limit now my mentoring because there's a lot of mentorship happening because I didn't have anyone, and I want these young people coming up, particularly women of color, to have someone they can lean on.
We'll let you get dressed then.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna get dressed because I gotta go down to the studio for rehearsals. I'm so happy you picked this one. Thank you. I'll see you downstairs. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're getting spicy?
All about spices today. Do you know I love spices, right?
Well, that's what you do, right? So it makes sense that you would talk about it on the show. Oh, hey guys. You got another question for me?
So you're rehearsing a cooking segment right now. Do you have a favorite segment to host on Cityline?
Well, you can tell them to have. I love you, but can I cook?
You are a better chef now than when I started.
Okay, thank you.
That's fair.
That was very diplomatic of you. Let me tell you, when I first started and I was seeing that there were recipes almost every other day on the show, I'm like, of all the things, I don't cook at home. It's Leo, my husband does all the cooking. So for me, I've learned a lot on the show, and I think Chef is right, I'm a better cook. But it's not my favorite thing to do on the show.
You've learned so much, all the
I
quizzes.
love you all. They all make it fun. My favorite thing, you will notice when you watch Cityline, we don't have a lot of celebs coming through here. The last big celeb we have come through here was Victoria Beckham and Chef Devan. But there's a reason for that. When celebs come through the door, they have an entourage, they have a long list of questions I'm not allowed to ask them. What I like to do on the show is explore the real stories of real people. My favorite segments, hands down, are the ones where I talk about local hometown heroes, the ones where I talk about people in Canada who are making change worldwide, the conversations that get like messy and real. Those are my favorite things to do on this show. All right, it's looking spicy, it's looking good, Chef. Can't wait. Yeah. All right, now I have to actually go do the show, so see you later.
All right, you're about to do your walkout after over a decade of hosting the show. Do you start to get nervous?
You know what? I find it really fun. Every once in a while, I get a little butterfly in the tummy, and I'm like, what's that about? But I'd say 9 times out of 10, I'm just happy to be here. I gotta go now.
In 3,